Listen to the people. Listen to humanity. Listen to the parrot. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot. Listen to the people. Listen to humanity. Listen to the parrot. Parrot TV. Parrot.
Do you know that there is a publishing company that wants to make life easier for you as a writer? This publishing company is called World Inkers Printing and Publishing. We publish in all different languages, and we're looking for writers of all genres, all formats. We're looking for scholars, ghostwriters, playwrights, poets, short fiction, novelists, you name it. We're looking for anybody who is interested in writing and the craft of writing to be in touch with us. You can reach us at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. With World Inkers Printing and Publishing, you do not require a lot of money to publish with us. Contact us today at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. Become a winner with other authors at World Inkers Printing and Publishing. Give us a shot. We will surely finish you. Hi, welcome to World Inkers Network. I am Dustin Pickering, your noble and honest host. Today we have Eva Petropoulou Lianou. She's one of our ambassadors for World Inkers Network, and she says poetry unites people. She is a bridge of culture for the past 22 years. She's written poetry since 2015 and is inspired from the great author who is Greek-Irish, Lefkado Patrick Hearn, and who created bridges between East and West. Thanks for joining us on the show today. Eva, how are you doing?
Hello to you, Dustin. I'm very excited again to find you here for a third, I think, time. And greetings to all World Inkers. And I'm excited. I'm a person that like to write, to speak about poetry and stories and so many other things.
Wonderful. That's what we need out there. We need people inspired by poetry and the arts and to move and shake the world. So tell us about some of your current projects. You have a book coming out pretty soon, or it's come out recently?
Yeah, I am very excited because here my book, The Adventure of Samurai Nogasika-san. It's published by On Time Books in the UK. And the illustration it's made by Magda Asimakopoulou, a very talented young illustration. You see, it's about to know yourself, the self-confidence, the self-esteem, the self-respect, and believe in your dreams and achievement. It's about the story about a child, a young samurai of 8 years old. I'm writing stories about now more than 20 years. I started in 2006. I published my first book in France. But The Adventure of Samurai Nogasika-san, it's already published in Greece in 2017. He was awarded from several organizations and associations because not only for the illustration but the story. Because I believe that the children can achieve their dreams if we help them to fly away. That means to use their creativity, their fantasy, and their imagination. It's very important to believe in talent, in children's talent and children's imagination and creativity.
I definitely agree, and to challenge young people more. I think a lot of the education system nurtures, in the way they talk down to children. I think that if we were to have more challenging prospects for young people, I think that they would enjoy the education process a lot more. What do you think? If we challenge them a little bit to think and reimagine things?
It's something that here it's very hard. We have a very strict education system that for now forbid they forbid the paintings and creativity. There is a law that just come by about 2 years ago that they decide that the creativity or painting or just draw something, it's not to make the children smart. And as a writer, I'm a very sad and angry, I can tell you, because if you cut the emotions of a children in a very young age, then you left nothing than just wander around this world. I believe that we must create a world with imagination and believe in the dreams of others. If we educate the children from a very young age to believe in their heart, to believe in their dreams, to believe in their goals, even to become a painter or a writer or an architect, the goodness, this is the generosity. I can tell you something. In Japan, there is schools that all the schools, they learn to the children until the 6 or the 7 years old to respect each other, to respect the nature, to respect their ability to create and to say thank you, and to keep the environment of the school clean. They learn to be to embrace the feelings and to understand if something's going wrong with their friends, to be there, to be solidarity, to be generous, and to have what we call empathy. So me, I believe a lot in this system. I like Japan, and I read a lot because, as I tell you, since my 16, 18 years old, I'm reading all the stories of Lefkadio Patrick Hearn. He was a Greek-Irish journalist, author, translator, that he traveled all around the world. He was having his half EI. He read a lot. He lose his both parents. He go to United States. He went to New Orleans. He traveled to India, to France, and finally he gets his life in Japan, where he saved the 3,000 myths of literature of Japan. And the Japanese, they make him the great Japan author, the national author of Japan. That was amazing, because that's how we have to recognize the art and the poetry and the stories. We have to embrace and to sympathize and to understand and to bring life. That's my opinion about art and creativity.
If we embrace our humanity on the emotional level, it seems like that's what the arts are really, they do, is they help discipline your emotions. And I think that that's something very positive that's being lost when we get caught up in this idea of, data and process and science and all of that. That's just one side of the human mind. And I think we've lost a lot of the arts. When we take out the arts, we lose that emotional ability to just be human and empathize, as you say, and I think that's one of the reasons we have so many problems today, is because the world's falling apart and we've lost connectivity with each other, in so many ways and so many levels.
That's true. That's true. What you are doing since the first interview that we are speak, and now that I see with the World Inkers Network, that's why I was very excited to be your ambassador, is that you care first about the dreams and who the artists are. That means that you don't just see the pocket. And believe me what I say, fortunately, to edit a book now, it becomes like you must have a lot of money in a bank account just to take out a book. They make that art feeling and the creativity to seems so expensive and that we cannot touch. So a lot of people, they are writing, but a lot they get discouraged of why I'm going to send to someone, I'm going to get reject it, or they are going to ask me so much money. I'm doing workshop for children for the past 13 years in Greece, in schools and libraries and private rooms and cultural places. And I see that the children, they have so much to tell you, and you learn so much of the creativity and their dreams and their imagination, and they just respond something that you never wait. They just give you the way and the path, and you say, yes, that's the truth. Why I didn't discover that? Why I didn't think of that? But that's what it's coming with the children. They are free until you get them in a system where they have to become better from their friends, or they must learn how to get money. The most of the book now we have in the primary school is how to get money. And this is, for me, it's sadness. It's the sad part. That means that they already become so depressive. They have so anger. And in the 18, you see people, teenagers, that they have so much anger that they want to burn everything. And you say, but what happens with the children? That's what happens to the children. They don't have a place to create. They don't have a place to express this anger. They cannot do the painting, you know. They cannot even think, or they cannot even write poetry, because if someone writes poetry, they are going to put him a bullying like, oh, you write a poetry. It's a lot of things that it's going out of in this world. So we must embrace the talents, the young talents, and we must respect the young talents, and we must educate the children to start write again about what we call bring the light, bring the peace out there, or express their feelings. The poetry for me, it's expressing the feelings that we cannot say. You cannot say something to someone because you are afraid, or you're embarrassed, or you're just in a society that just keeping the bullying. So what you do, you write a poem, or you write a song, or you write a story, and that's how it is. I believe that we must educate again to the children to write poetry, to write stories, even if they cannot go, or they cannot become an author. For now, you never know. They can publish to the sites. They can have contests. Now in Greece, in Argentina, I'm sorry, they are starting a contest for children, and it's very good. It's very interesting. All children can send their poetry. And there is another festival of storytelling for children in India. If you want, I can send you all that in private. And I believe that all of them, they are doing a very good job for the children. For me, we must start over to educate and to bring creativity in the fields of the schools, in the family, in the neighborhood. If we had workshops in the neighborhood and learn how to paint, or how to write a story, or how to do even the illustration or the Photoshop, or something that we need in the books, maybe more jobs we are going to be create, and more dreamers we are going to have out there. And so the children, they are not going to be bullying each other. I believe that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's more, brings people together to, to think about, and explore emotions. And we learn we have a lot more in common emotionally than we think sometimes. Like, we feel isolated when we can't express what we're feeling and thinking, and that leads people to be despondent. I mean, when you feel isolated, you're going to be depressed and miserable, and there's so much of that now. And this, even if it's not necessarily correlated to the lack of arts in the education system, the arts can definitely help therapeutically with, I think, with people who are, chronically depressed or, sad, and children that are, isolated or feel, lost in their home life or whatever it is. And it's a good way for teachers to kind of measure, what's going on and with the children at a young age. You can see what they're writing, and it tells a lot about their state of mind, and it's a good way to kind of see and even check in with the students. I don't know why the systems are starting to kind of cut into the funding for the arts. They're doing it here, and in my home state of Texas, they've been doing that for a long time. They don't think that like music education is good as a positive thing, and that's just not true. There's so many scientific studies that show that these things are really a net benefit for everybody, and I don't know why they do that, other than they're just stupid. I mean, that's the only explanation I have, that people that are in charge of the political systems are not very, very intelligent, or they're either that or they're so wise that they know that they keep people stupid and miserable. They have the power, to do so they do that. But that's my opinion, So you also write fairy tales. Is that related to your, love of young people? And can you tell us a little bit about some of the stories you've written in that regard?
I started in 1992, write storytellers. 1994, my first book. It called Géraldine et le Lutin du Lac. I was writing in French because at that time I was in France. And it started like the nostalgia that I had because I was living in Paris, and Paris, it was very gray. It's still very gray. It was a lot of wind, rain, and snow. And me, I'm coming from a village in Greece that there is the sun, the sea, but I go there to study and work. So I was just expressing my feelings about the sadness that I didn't see my parents, my grandparents, the sea and the sun. That's how I get the book, Géraldine et le Lutin du Lac. That means Géraldine and the Little Elf of the Lake. It was a story of a friendship between a fish and the girl that she never saw a lake. And they became friends, and the little girl helped the fish to go back to his grandparents because there was the big bad witch, and like in all fairy tales, and make bad to this fish. And there is a lot of story about the children. And after I write about the prince with the shoes that he can fly. This was about the hero in the schools, that he was protecting his students by that they get bullied. He was always a cartoon. He was a painter. He liked to paint in the schools during the time of mathematics, history. So he was painting, and this cartoon, he named it the boy with the shoes that fly. And this caricature helped his friends not to get bullied, because he was always there. It was a ghost, but he was always there. He get just pushed. If someone was pushed, he say, "Why you do that?" He was speaking in their ears, and he was saying, "I'm with you, don't be afraid." And after I write a story about a girl that she was sexual assault. It's a girl that it's a real story, but I just write about an Amazon that she's living in a kingdom, and she's looking for a treasure that her grandparent left. So she finds the treasure, and she finds the medallion, the metal that will bring the three worlds in peace. And after I write a lot of books about stories like Make Your Dreams True, or The Daughter of the Moon. This is my first book that translated in Serbian, and now it's in the Institute of Children Literature in Serbia. And there we have the big secret that the goodness and the generosity will win, and you don't have to be bad, you don't have to think negative, because we have what we called the justice, the divine justice. So you just follow your creativity, your imagination, your dreams, your thoughts, and you can share with people they love you, and you will bring the light. This is my other concept. I believe that you have to be with people that they're also light, and they bring the light, and they are there to support you. So what we need also to educate children is that what is the good and the right people, what is the beautiful and what is the unbeautiful, what is the perfect and the imperfect, because the children are already in the society, in the age of 18 years old, they have complete personality. They know all of that, but what they don't know is that we have a lot of manipulation. We have a lot of people that they don't want them to live and think freely. And that's why they cut what we call the creativity and all that founds. Because if you think outside of the box, you can be a little bit different, or you can see things from a different angle. And that it's going to bring you in another level, that someone they are going to understand, someone they are not going to understand, but you are going to be definitely a different person. And that means that a different person, it's a person that has an eye in all the blinds. And that means that he can be a leader. And that's what they are afraid, that we can have a lot of different things, thoughts, opinions, and someplace someone can be a leader of something. That's
Absolutely.
my opinion. Yeah.
Right. Well, we're going to take a brief break. World Inkers Network. We'll be right back after this break. And you guys out there watching, thank you so much. Subscribe. Are you curious about financial literacy? Then take a look at Professor Anthony Rivecchio's new program on Parrot TV. It's called Financial Focus University. This is an excellent program to learn about questions related to your own finances post-COVID, if how you can manage your money, how you can work with your tax situation. And this is an excellent and informative discussion of financial literacy. With Professor Anthony Rivecchio, your financial problems will be solved at Parrot TV with Financial Focus University. Welcome back to World Inkers Network. I'm Dustin Pickering. We have Eva Petropoulou Lianou today with us. Do you have anything to read for us? I guess share some work of your works. Oh, we lost her. She is World Inkers Monthly Magazine is a fine source for your literary interests. It's an all-source magazine with poetry, prose, and essays and articles, as well as interviews. It's all full-color art and photography from a variety of voices and artists. You will find this magazine entertaining. This is an all-purpose readership, and we are looking for new voices. This sleek, full-color edition of World Inkers Monthly Magazine will be something pleasant for your eyes as well as for your mind. And we're looking for authors for one book promotion in the magazine. If you're a business, we want to promote your business. You may submit your book reviews, your academic or non-academic articles on the humanities and the arts, as well as your literary writing and creative output to publication.worldinkers@gmail.com. World Inkers Monthly Magazine does not spare any ink. Keep inking for World Inkers Monthly Magazine. Welcome back to World Anchors Network. We have Eva Petropoulou Lianou with us today. Would you like to read a little bit for us, or do you have some poems to share?
I can read from my book, from my story.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have a little haiku.
Sounds excellent. I'm excited.
This is your sword, my son, Nogasika-san, and you are its lord. It has an old haiku carved on its lance. It is the song of our family, the Yulen faction. It's a haiku from your ancestors that you must honor every night and day. You are a samurai at heart. Keep it filled with humility. Honor and praise your sword. Like it and protects and serve as it protects and serves you. Guard it in your sweat as your most faithful friend. That's the haiku he was singing when, after a long time of traveling through the paddies and the plains of the Japanese province, he reached the Silk City gates. The adventure of Samurai Nogasika-san, it's a lot of symbolism, a lot of things that happens between the West and the East.
Okay.
It's a lot of history behind, because I wrote it in 3 years and I was studying the Bushido at the time. The Bushido, it's the code of honor and of a samurai. And there is a lot that happens between the sword and the samurai. It's all a story behind.
Mm-hmm.
But what is important, it's never give up the dreams. That is what I'm writing here, and share your dreams with your friends, the friends that will put you up, and they will give you what you really, it's for you. Because I believe that what is for us, one day it will come to our path. And even if they are going to try to block us, to disturb us, the destiny, it's rewritten in the stars. So they cannot just say you cannot do this or do that, because in the end, it will come. And if I may, I have poems in French, as tomorrow it's the International Mother Language Celebration. And I would like to just read it in French, if I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brise marine. J'écoutais attentivement les vagues. J'ai relevé les yeux vers le ciel pour voir les traces dues aux blessures que même les créateurs avaient à ses extrémités. Chaque fois qu'un homme se perd, du sang coule et tombe comme les lourdes gouttes de pluie à la création. Un toi, à moi, à ce qui est perdu et qui s'appelle amour. It's a love song about what is the creation, about the human, and what is coming inside when maybe you are in love or you have feelings, but you are so afraid and you cannot express those feelings. So it's a lot of getting inside yourself and discover that sometimes, like they say, the love can be hurt, but for me it's only when you cannot express your feelings. For me, everything it's in the words. I'm sorry. That's why the poetry has a strength. It's a strength. It's a bridge, and it's a strength, a powerful strength to bring out there what we have in our hearts. me, I'm writing from my heart. Everything I do, everything I write the past now years, the past from the 2015, it's coming from my heart. That means that it's like it's an automatic. If I want to say something out loud, I will just put it in my verse. If I have something, my own opinion about something that it's happening, you know, about we have now the non-creativity issue that is going on school. We have now the non-family issue. That means that we cannot be father, mother, and child. Now we have the third part of what is family. We have a lot of distractions of things that happens that me, I'm not in there. So as I'm an artist, and I believe the artist must be free, and they must just say out loud what they think. So I write my poetry and I give my opinion. And as you see, because I'm very flattered and I'm very excited, and I also write my poem and I send you to this wonderful magazine, World Inkers. I believe that you are doing that also. You are in the concept. You are bringing a voice out there from no place. That means that you are the voice of the Netherlands, because before we couldn't have our voice. We had our voice, but we didn't have a place to say that out loud. We couldn't share our expression or our poetry, our stories. That's why I believe now, and I was very flattered to be an ambassador that in the World Inkers Network, because you are doing something that it was missing from this world. You open the door, and people that they have talents, people that they can be extremely talented, smart, and they can share what we called expression, feelings, thoughts, ideas, opinions, and they have a place, they have a magazine, they have TV. You cannot imagine the power you give to someone. Like, imagine me, I'm in Greece, in Athens. I have years of civilization, but for the past years, I could not be in a newspaper because they don't read poetry in the newspaper. They don't put poetry in the newspaper. They just put it in sites. And by the way, you must find the site. So for me, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have this door open to me, and I'm going to share to the others. Because if you don't share, if you don't show the way, then it's like a selfish person just get the power, and I'm not that. I want that the knowledge share to all of them out there. That's why I create bridges. I create bridges with so many countries, with so many people. I share their poems, I share their opinions, I share their work, and I put them also together. This is the power of knowledge. We have to share, because so I can be here when you are going to have bad moments. I believe that the poetry, it's a therapy. I believe the poetry, the writing, it's a big tree that you have to just grow, and light will come. And when you have that we call mutual friends and mutual love for the art, so art will never get deleted or vanished. Nobody can just destroy art.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I think it's something that's it's essential to the human spirit. You can't really just take it away from people. So, what would you like to say in conclusion of the program today to the viewers and to the your fellow artists and writers out there?
Just keep writing and send your work to World Inkers magazine. Follow us and be there. Show who you are, show your talents, show your poetry, and write to World Inkers Network. Send your manuscript. I know that now we have the publishing company, so show your manuscript. Even if I think you accept children literature or only poetry. You can accept also
for
stories for
variety.
children.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and fiction. So just get it out there and send it and keep writing and be bright. And I believe that what you do here, Dustin Pickering and MUTIU OLAWUYI, it's big. It's very big. And you get attention. And I believe that it must be free. I mean free. That it must be free. This art must be out there. They must respect us. We have different opinions. We come from different places, different countries, even different in political mind. But in the art, in our poetry, in our fiction, we are the same. We are just the same. We belong out there and we create bridges and we bring light. And just keep writing and show your writing to World Inkers magazine and network and come to the group and post your poetry and your stories, and it's going to be just fine. I am a person of peace. And I'm a person of poetry, because poetry unites people and countries.
Absolutely. Would you like to say thank you or give any shout outs to anybody?
I want to say thank you to my sister, Janet Eruca Tiburcio in Mexico, because through poetry, I found a family in Mexico. I found a woman with passion. I found my other ego, my alter ego, that she believed the same thing in poetry, in art, and she is also communicate the light, and she create bridges. I want to also to thank you, Mama, that make me who I am, and I want to say to my friends in Greece, in authors, we need to speak another language. I know that it's very hard, but please just try to speak English, to learn English and send your manuscript to World Inkers Network and to the group. We must get out there because Greece, it's very small country. Imagine we are 10 millions or the 10 millions we write. So we need to go and show ourselves and our poetry to another countries. Thank you so much, Dustin Pickering. Thank you so much, MUTIU. Thank you, World Inkers. Poetry unites people. Be strong, be safe, and we are a big tree. Happy International Mother Language. If I can, just want to read a last poet in Greek.
Okay.
Can I?
Yes, please do. We have a little time.
Very, very short.
Thanks to all those that are watching today and those that have commented. Thank you so much for commenting. We love your comments. We like to share them with the audience. So thank you all.
Thank you so much. Today. Thank you, Adonis, that watching. Adonis, I love you. And congratulations to your book. But you see now, you have also World Inkers. They're waiting for you. So my poem, call it Revolution, η Επανάσταση. Όταν το γέλιο θα χαθεί, θα σβήσει από εκείνες τους βουνοκορφές, τότε θα χαθεί και το πουλί της νιώτης και η ξενιασιά απ' την καρδιά του κόσμου, να επαναστατείς με αγάπη και φως για να το εμποδίσεις.
I just say revolt so you can laugh again, because we need to laugh. We have hard moments, good moments. We all have the same. We are just poets.
Mm-hmm. So thank you so much. That was wonderful sentiments and lovely poem. We heard three languages today: French, Greek, and English. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Eva, for talking with us today.
Thank you, Dustin. You are
Really
wonderful.
pleasant. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
as well.
Thank
And keep a lookout for Eva's poem, Poetry and Therapy, in World Inkers magazine when that comes out this coming month. So if you guys out there watching and you have a little spare change to share with us, we'd love to keep this thing moving and accessible to viewers, free and easy to deal with. It takes a little extra cash to keep things rolling. So we would like to take your donations, if you have any, at paypal.me/nyparrot. That's paypal.me/nyparrot. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Like, share, comment. We need your help getting the word out. And thank you so much for all you guys who have been viewing today and commenting. And it's just wonderful to hear what you guys have to say. Creating a network of people who are invigorated with the arts and who love poetry. And as we see, as Eva has indicated, we definitely need this out there today. So keep it going, guys. Just keep sharing our content and keep the spirit of life out there and the emotional impact that the arts have. And if you want to be a guest on the program, I'd love to hear from you. My name is Dustin Pickering. You can reach me at literarycorner@newyorkparrot.com. Send a headshot and a paragraph bio, as well as a couple of samples of your work, so I can get an idea of who you are as a writer and a creative mind. I enjoy reading your stuff, and so just send it my way, and we'll get you on the program sometime when we have scheduling available. And we'll make sure it's a convenient day for you. So please do get in touch with us. And again, thanks to our subscribers, thanks to those that are sharing and content, and thanks to our ambassadors as well, as includes Eva. So thank you so much, all you guys out there who are helping us push this revolution into scope here. So we want to keep it moving. Subscribe to the channel and share it. Again, share our content. This has been World Inkers Network. We love you guys. And get out there, get some writing done. Have a great afternoon. Are you curious about financial literacy? Then take a look at Professor Anthony Rivecchio's new program on Parrot TV. It's called Financial Focus University. This is an excellent program to learn about questions related to your own finances post-COVID, how you can manage your money, how you can work with your tax situation. And this is an excellent and informative discussion of financial literacy. With Professor Anthony Rivecchio, your financial problems will be solved at Parrot TV with Financial Focus University.
Listen to the